Hi there, this is Penelope, and this is a short video. It's one of a series of videos on review of basic arithmetic skills. And we're looking here at the addition and subtraction of integers. Earlier in the series, we looked at using number lines to do this, so we will look at using number lines here. Adding two numbers gives their sum, remember, and subtracting two numbers gives their difference. And adding moves to the right of the first number. And subtraction moves to the left of the first number. So if we're going to add a positive number, we need to move to the right. So in this case, we start at 5. We're adding 3, so we move 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3, and we get 8. To subtract a positive number, we move to the left. For example, in this case, we're going to start at 5, and we're going to take away 7, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we end up at -2. For the next one, -3 minus 4, we're going to start at -3. We're going to move to the left 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we end up with -7. Sometimes it's not quite so straightforward as that. Sometimes we've got a situation where we need to add a negative number. So adding a negative number involves subtracting its positive counterpart. So 2 plus -3 is the same as 2 minus 3. So we'd start at 2 and move 3 to the left. Subtracting a negative number involves adding its positive counterpart. So 5 minus -3 is the same as 5 plus 3, which means we start at 5 and we go 1, 2, 3 to the right. Now sometimes we want to talk about all numbers within a space. We're not just talking individual numbers, we're talking about numbers within a space. So we will use the number line from positive through to negative. And again, the order is bigger to the right, smaller to the left. If we want to show an interval that's 1 less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 3. So x is somewhere between 1 and 3. It could be 1 and also it could be 3. So we would write that with square brackets to indicate that. And we would draw a number line. Might as well start 0 there. And because we want to include 1, we're going to colour in that bit. And because we want to include 3, and then we'd somehow show like that. If we had not including 1, but not including 3, then we would use round brackets, and we wouldn't colour in. We just use an open circle to do that. If we had a bit of mix and match, if we had 1 wasn't included but 3 was, then we'd use a round bracket at the start and a square bracket at the end, and on the number line we don't want to include 1, but we do want to include 3, so that has to be coloured in to show that we're including it in our possible range of answers for x. And if we do it the other way around, if we do include 1 but not 3, then we're going to have square brackets followed by a round bracket. We're going to include 1, so it'll be a coloured in circle. We're not going to include 3, and it's the bit in between. What if we have a pre-drawn number line and we need to find the interval? Well, then you need to see whether the little circles are coloured in or not. The first one, the circles are coloured in, so it means we're talking about the interval between the square brackets. It includes both the top and the bottom. It includes -3 and it includes 4. The next one is open at the bottom and at the top, so that is the interval 1 through to 4, but not including 1 and not including 4.